Oh. Right. Hopefully some more people show up this time. Been absolutely dead. I don't know. There's like graffiti here. It's like some alien, isn't it? That one, you see that? It's supposed to be an alien. It just looks really scruffy when people are like... It would be nice if it was just kind of... where people don't just tag over other bits of it, you know? You know what I mean? If it was just like a design where it was just kind of clean, and you get these people just putting their own kind of tags over it, and it just looks really scruffy. Thank you for the like, whoever that is. But yeah, I don't know. Not really a big fan of graffiti, but if it was done like in a more kind of, you know what I mean? If it wasn't looking so scruffy, like, or they're tagging over other tags or something, it looks really scruffy looking. We're just continuing up the river, guys. It's quite nice up here. We're into like the quieter bit now. So yeah, just gonna walk up here and yeah, just enjoy the scenery. It's been a while since I've been up this way, so feels kind of fresh. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well today. So yeah. Who's watching it? It said we had one like, but then it's gone down. What the fuck? I'm sure it said one like. What's going on with this shit? First one, it said one like. Who the hell took their like away? I mean, or is YouTube doing that? I don't know. Anyways, 2 people here. Hello. Welcome in. Just continuing to walk up the river, so yeah. Just got a few the body weight rolls. Someone's liked the live now. Just did a few body weight rolls on the bar. So it's a good way to just get a little workout in. I usually just do like oftentimes I'll do mini workouts where I'll just kind of do a few random bits throughout the day. I'll still kind of get a decent amount of volume throughout the day. I don't think mini workouts are inferior to doing, say, like all of it in one go. As long as you're still getting your daily volume in. But yeah, I'm going to focus on workout intensity and things like that, and making sure you're intentional with your workout, making sure that you're really focusing on the muscles that you're trying to work, and not just kind of flailing around and not really being very intentional with it. Because yeah, muscles grow when you really kind of focus on them. Anyway, if you want to, just like anything, you need to, whatever results that you want in life, if you don't have a focus, then don't be surprised when you don't get the results, because specific goals require a specific aim. You can't just get results by just kind of doing random things without any real, sort of method behind it. And so it can apply to a lot of things. So we're just in some, called Clifton Ings. So yeah, just continuing up the river. So we've got like a kind of like fields and stuff. We're just gonna walk up here now. So kind of come off the river now, and we're just going up the Clifton Ings. Yeah. So I hope everyone's well. Got 4 people watching. Hello everybody, I hope you're well. Share the live out if you can. That would be really appreciated. Is everybody okay today then? Still some like frost around here. where it's not been getting a lot of sun at it, you know. Where it's been getting sun at it, it's like melted. So yeah, quite a nice like area around here. It's just nice and peaceful, you know. Very quiet out here now. Like I said, I like to get out where it's a bit quieter, you know, because it's just kind of peaceful, you know? It's just more serene, I guess you could call it. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Why do I not see any comments coming through? There's no one commented yet. Say hello if you're watching. Sometimes me chat messes up, so apologies if I'm not seeing any comments coming through. I'll give it a second. If there's no comments, then I might refresh. But yeah. Right, I think I'll just try refreshing it. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, no comments, I guess. Just no one's commented at the moment. I mean, 2 people have liked the live, they've just not said anything. It would be nice if they let me know if they're there or something, but it's quite big, like, field area. It's just, yeah, it's nice and, well, there's quite a few people walking up here, actually, but it's a good spot to just get out of the way and just kind of go where it's a bit more peaceful, I guess. It can get quite windy down here sometimes. I remember like a few months ago I came down here and it was really bitter. That can happen sometimes. It just gets really, really bitter and windy. It's kind of like a wind tunnel, you could call it. But it's not too bad. Wind's kind of low today. But we had this like storm and it was really bad. But yeah. Anyway, we've got 6 people in the house. Welcome in, everybody. How are you doing today? Hope all is well. Again, say hello if you're watching. Yeah, what you're all up to this weekend, people. Just down at, yeah, just the thing called Clifton Ings. It's just continuing the walk. Hello, Bingo. Did I have a viral video somewhere? TikTok, maybe. I've had some videos go kind of viral on there, but welcome in anyway. Yeah. But I'm actually on a restriction over there at the moment, so I can't go live there, unfortunately. Oh well. But yeah, but I have to wait until tomorrow night, then I can go back on there. I just gotta be careful what I say on there, I guess, you know, because it's just so kind of like sensitive to like you could say the slightest thing and they'll restrict you for it. It's just ridiculous. Like, whereas on YouTube they're not as bad for that. Like you can get restrictions for like nothing on there. Like it'll say hate speech or hateful behaviours. I'm like, what do you mean? That's not hate speech. I didn't say any hate speech. I wasn't hating on any groups of people or anything like that. Like, I mean, they can just kind of perceive it that way, but it's like, I didn't intend on it being that way. So like, they're just talking crap, you know? It's like, there was no hate speech, you know? I don't hate on any group of people or anything like that, or any particular person or whatever. Hate speech or hateful behaviours, what do you mean? It just sounds very vague and like, but you would think hate speech would be something about being prejudiced against a group of people or something like that. But I don't think I was being like that at all. You know, it's just, you know, and if that's the way that they interpret that, that's their problem. You know, I wasn't intending on that. But it goes to show it doesn't matter what your intention is with these things. If they take it as like offensive, then it's like I can't defend myself and be like, I wasn't being, I wasn't intentionally trying to, you know, be offensive to any group of people or anything. But they don't seem to care about any of that. I don't know. It's just stupid. I don't know, really. But anyways, anyone's still there? It's been very slow today. Thought maybe it would have been a bit busier than this, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to keep my expectations lower, because anytime you have your expectations high, you're probably going to get disappointed with these sort of things. So yeah, anyway, if anybody's new here, please can you subscribe to the channel? It would mean a lot to me. Just try and help me out here. Yeah, it looks like a slow day today, I guess. But that's okay, I guess. Just having a nice walk at the moment, you know, just trying to enjoy the scenery and stuff, you know. Just enjoy being out in the great outdoors and all that. On a sunny day, even though it's cold, but it's sunny at least. So at least I can enjoy that. Sometimes, like, you know, if it's sunny and even if it's cold, it doesn't feel that cold, if you know what I mean, because you got the sun on you that kind of warms you up. The rays from the sun help to kind of warm you. But whereas when the sun's behind the clouds, it's totally different. Anyway, so yeah, how's everybody doing today then? Hope everyone's doing well. Oh, hello Jimmy. No, I just walked around there. Hi Carol, welcome back. I just walked around the museum gardens, and I'm not going in there. I think you have to pay to go in there, unless you've got some pass or something. But I'm not going in there. Anyway. Yeah, got some. Anyway. Is everybody okay? Yeah, it's probably won't be that expensive to be fair, but I don't think there's really that much in there anyway. But it looks cool. What's everybody today then? There's a crow or something. Hang on, what's that? It sounds a bit different. I don't know if it's just, yeah. Anyway, it sounds a bit different from what a crow normally sounds like or something, but anyway, hope you're all doing well. Welcome in here, people. How's your day going? Thank you, Carol. Yeah, you too. Yeah, so just going to keep walking up here for a while. Yeah, so we're on 42% battery. Right. So if anyone wants to support the live, that's up to them. If they want to send a super chat or anything. I might have to try and put my PayPal up as well, potentially. So if people want to directly contribute to me, then that's a way to do it. So that way they don't take massive cuts out of people's donations. Okay, see you later, Carol. So who's still in the live then? Yeah, let me know if you're still watching, anybody. But yeah. I don't know what to really kind of talk about right now, to be honest. Just trying to just enjoy the scenery. It's pretty flat around here though, to be fair. Yeah, I prefer more like undulating scenery, if you know what I mean. That's what I kind of miss really. It's like around York, a lot of it's quite flat. Like we just have a lot of like these plains. They're basically like flood plains around here. Like this will all probably get flooded in like when it's been raining bad. It's just, yeah, it'll just absolutely get flooded. Yeah, it can get really, really bad at times, yeah. But it is what it is. So yeah, it's like, I do like more like varied, you know what I mean, as in like elevations and stuff. Hello, Alex. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so I don't know. It's still nice and all that. It's just, yeah, the whole kind of flat kind of scenery can get a bit old after a while. Well, they have built this kind of, I don't know, it's like a lump or whatever. It's like it's like a sort of wall or something. I don't know what you call it, but yeah. There is like a few hilly bits around York, like there's, but yeah, most of it's pretty flat. But yeah, it's nice and quiet up this end, really. Like I said, I prefer like less people usually. Unless I don't know, it depends on the situation, I guess. Sometimes I'm okay with loads of people being around, like, let's say if I'm out on a day out somewhere and that's what you kind of come to expect, so you kind of just accept that, I guess. It's just part of it. But most of the time I just want to not be around too many people, really. So it gets a bit chaotic. Anyway, well, it's just a very slow chat today. Yeah, we've got probably, not sure exactly how much further to go, but a bit further to go yet until we come off. Yeah, it's nice to come out and just get away from it all, really. Just take yourself away from all the chaos of everyday life, really. This helps you to just kind of almost go into like a meditative state, I guess. But I find that when there's loads and loads of people around, it's just tough. Obviously I'm doing this right now, so I have to kind of stay somewhat kind of focused on that, but if I was like on my own, I'd probably be a lot more kind of just trying to sort of switch off, really. Just go into my own zone, if you will. Like kind of zone out a bit. I tend to zone out a lot, really. But I've had times where I'd like zone out so much I'd be in deep in some kind of like thought or it almost feel like I'm astral projecting or something. It's weird, but yeah, it was like almost like lucid dreaming or whatever, lucid dreaming or astral projection or whatever. I actually think the same kind of thing, but Yeah, like yeah, so like lucid dreaming and astral projection. I think they're one and the same thing, because I think it's just like astral projection's just like a wake, lucid dreaming, but I feel like I'm going from like a wake state to sort of like where you just kind of at that threshold of wake and sleep, if you know what I mean. Hello, Ollie, friend. How's everybody doing today? Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. So it'll be like in between kind of wake and sleep. It's that kind of bit like right in between that where you're in this kind of dream-like state. And it's like you're just kind of zoned out from everything else, and you just... This is where you could just have these thoughts come into your head, and it's like you're projected into that, where it's like you're in that. You almost kind of... It almost feels like that's reality for a second. And then you can have this kind of jolt, where you like jolt into your body. So it's almost like your body kind of... It's like the whole kind of sleep paralysis thing where people talk about their body, you know, and their, you know, how they feel like, you know, they're paralyzed, but yet they're awake or something. But in this case, it's like your awareness becomes kind of like sort of this deep level of awareness where it's to do with, I think, to do with the brain waves. How you go from into that more kind of, what is it? You go for brain waves. That I've heard theta is where you're in that trance state or something. I've heard most of the time we're in kind of like beta, and then when we're focused on something, we're more in alpha, and then theta is when you dream-like state where you might feel like you're flying or whatever. You could kind of make any situation happen, basically. You can be wherever you want to be, basically. Like your imagination just kind of takes over, and you can just feel like you're anywhere. So unless you, for some reason, you don't have an imagination, like aphantasia, I think it's called, which must suck, because having an imagination is almost like a superpower. I think if you can sort of, like I said, if you can get into that state of mind where you're just, you feel like you know, you're somewhere else. You can make different situations happen. You can, you know, all your dreams in your mind, basically. And when you're that deep into the trance where you no longer are of any outside world, you're just fully immersed into that. But you gotta be careful not to let that take over your life, though. But it can be all right to have temporary kind of escapes like that if you want to just sort of, you know, just kind of feel like you're in somewhere else. Maybe you want to just kind of put yourself into like paradise or something, and imagine being on like a tropical island somewhere. And I find that the best time to do stuff like that is probably like after I've been working out or been doing a lot of, you know, moving around and stuff. And I just, you know, in that state where my mind is kind of already a little bit kind of, my energy's kind of been somewhat zapped, so where it's just, I find it's a lot easier to get into that state of consciousness, and to get into that, you know, to where I can feel like I'm, you know, somewhere else, basically. But we shouldn't just be trying to get addicted to that, because that can mean that your real life can become, you know, we're not actually achieving anything. We still need to achieve things in our day-to-day life, but sometimes it can be a good way to sort of visualize the life that you want for yourself. What do you mean, Sandra? We sit here and sit. What you say? What are you saying? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. But like I said, I've had times where I've been in a deep state of consciousness where I'm like, there's not much awareness of anything apart from just this kind of thought that I have, almost like you're in some kind of lucid dream or something. So you kind of capture a little bit of consciousness and you just kind of take that wherever you want it to go to, basically. So yeah, so that's all kind of what I believe astral, leaving the, it might feel like that, but I don't think there's any proof that it has. Then who knows what this reality even is? Who even knows if we're even here right now, or if we're just being projected from somewhere else? You know? Hello, Albin. We know all, we just sit. What are you saying? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Anyway, you're not really making any sense to me, but again, if anybody's new here, please can you subscribe to the channel. So we're just going into like this wooded bit now. So this is where I'm probably going to come off. But yeah, we're on 32% battery. Yeah, probably just going up here a little bit more and then coming off.
Did you hear about this whole pump drama? Eva said, yeah.
So there's wooded area now. Hope you're all having a good day, everybody. Share this out if you can. That would be really appreciated. Maybe I could talk a bit more about the lucid dreaming and astral projection stuff later. But yeah, I remember I was always wanting to be able to do that, but then kind of figured that if I can just put myself into a state where I'm kind of tired and kind of just, why not try doing like deep meditation and stuff? I thought in that moment, because you do things like guided meditation and stuff like that, where you just get really like deep focus and just basically having this kind of trace awareness. So you could use that kind of state of consciousness to like kind of leave the body, or well, not literally, but like it could feel like you're escaping from your body, or at least you're conscious, or at least you're escaping into some other, reality, like you're kind of projected into something else, like maybe you're away in some kind of exotic location or something. But it's like you kind of think about, well, what even is reality? Yeah, it might feel real, but who knows? Could this all just be some kind of simulation? We just don't really know, do we? Like, that's how deep I go with things, where like we just don't even know what this reality even is. We take things for granted, right? We just, oh, this is real or whatever, but it's like, what even is reality though? This thing that we call reality, how do we actually validate it, because it's like, for example, it's like the whole solipsism and all that, and who's to say that anyone else even exists, Is everything else just a figment of my imagination? But whatever this reality is, it is whatever you make it, I guess. So just kind of, yeah. So there's this thing called maladaptive. What is it called? Not was it daydreaming or something? Is it called maladaptive daydreaming? Something like that. Which is like, some say that can become quite bad for people if they do it too much, because it can be seen as an escape from reality rather than trying to actively try to sort of like, sort out your reality. People would just sort of try to escape and not actually take responsibility, I guess. So we should be trying to like take responsibility for ourselves, and I don't even know if am I going the right way here. Hi everybody, I hope you're all well. Is anyone still here? Maybe I'm going the wrong way or something, I don't know. But I'm getting a bit confused here, really. But so I remember there was some like BMX kind of track or something. I don't know, but just having a walk around this area at the moment. There's like some wooded bits and stuff, so I don't know if I went down the right way. Yeah. I might have to just, I don't know, get off soon or something, because there ain't much going on here, is there? I don't know. Where does this go? Let's have a look up this way. Yeah, sometimes you think you've seen everything and then you realise actually maybe I've not seen everything. Maybe it's, yeah, hang on a sec. Maybe it's not, it's like you might have missed certain things is what I'm saying. Sometimes we can miss that maybe it didn't go down a certain way, but oh, actually I could have gone that way and seen different things, Yeah, so just anyway, might have to get off here soon, I guess, if no one else is coming. There's so much to see in the world, such abundance of everything. You think you've seen everything there is to see of a city, and then you go down a different path than you normally would, and then you're like, oh wow, maybe I haven't. Maybe there's a lot more to see. But yeah, I've got some like benches and stuff. Yeah, I think I don't know if I went the wrong way or something, but that's okay. Sometimes it's fun to go a different way, I think I actually did possibly come down this, like, I remember there was like a sort of field bit that I came down. So I do remember that actually. So I remember there was this wooded bit with like a BMX track as well, so that might be down here. Maybe I didn't go far up enough. Hello, April Pugh. I mean, people go on about that. I don't know what odd it is though. What even is that? Yeah, I think the BMX track is up here somewhere. But yeah, it's nice and yeah, peaceful out here, really. Yeah, I've just been kind of having a leisurely walk, really, you know. You don't need to rush around or anything. So yeah, just like I was talking about, yeah, like getting deep inside your mind and just where the reality and like deep in your own sort of mind, and just, yeah, they got this black truck thing here, so I'm just about to head out of this area. So I'll keep it going a little bit longer, but we'll be getting off soon. But yeah, you know, it's just can be fun to see where your mind can take you, you know. What kind of world you can sort of see in your own head. It's called a pump track. Yeah, so you get like your BMXs and like mountain bikes and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, we're just coming out of this now, and just gonna walk back. I have to get some like shopping and stuff, and yeah, go back into town and stuff. There's someone with a remote control car. Yeah, I remember I used to like playing with them as a kid. Yeah. I think I might just get going. Any more questions, people? Put your questions in the chat if you've got any. But yeah, I just gotta try and stay positive, and you know, maybe just take some time just to, you know, if you're not happy with what your situation is, to in a better one, you know. Yeah, just dream of a, you know, at least you get some kind of sense of it. In some ways it could be even better, because you know, like, you know, you could like imagine the person you want to be the everything of your dreams, you know, everything that you ever be. Whereas in real life, sometimes people don't always, sometimes people can let you down, you know, whether they intend to or not, but sometimes reality isn't always not always sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes to escape, sometimes it can be good to just take your consciousness elsewhere. So I might have a go at that later, and yeah, just kind of take my mind somewhere else, take it to paradise, you know, create heaven on earth by taking my consciousness into paradise. You know what I mean? I can have everything that I want in my own mind. Might sound sad, but you know, but sometimes in some ways it can be better that way, you know. You can create everything that you want. You can create all the abundance that you want. Alright, I'm gonna get going. Unless I restart and do another one.